In this lesson, we're going to learn how to do synthetic division for x cubed minus 4x squared plus 7x minus 1 divided by x minus 2. Synthetic division is another alternative to using long division. You should get the same answer if you do it correctly, but when we do our math, we're going to focus more on the coefficients of our polynomials. So the first thing we're going to do is line up our coefficients. And we want to make sure that our exponents go in order, which we have in this case. We have an x cubed, and then we have an x squared, an x to the first, and then our constant. If there's ever a jump, if we had an x cubed but no x squared, we need to keep a 0 as a placeholder. So that's something to keep in mind. We don't have to worry about in this problem, but in future problems we might have a jump from an x cubed to an x. If that's ever a case, we need always to keep a 0 as a placeholder. So in this problem, we're going to focus on the coefficients. So the number in front of my x cubed is a 1. The number in front of my x squared is a negative 4. The number in front of my x is a 7. And then I have my coefficient of negative 1. What I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to look at what I'm being divided by, x minus 2. I'm going to look at that negative 2. And in order to use synthetic division, we're always going to do the opposite sign and put that off to the side. So since it's a negative 2, what I'm going to be doing off to the side, I'm going to write positive 2. I normally like to keep this in a box so I don't get confused. So now what we're going to do is set up this problem for synthetic division. Leave a little bit of space around here and then draw a straight line. This is our setup for synthetic division. So we have our coefficients from our polynomial, and we're doing our dividing of the opposite number. This is because now we can add straight down because it's the opposite sign, instead of having to worry about doing a subtraction problem. The first thing we're going to do is we always carry down the first sign. From here, it kind of becomes a pattern of multiplication and addition. So after we bring down the first one, we're going to be multiplying. We're going to multiply 2 times 1 and put that answer in this empty space right below the negative 4. So 2 times 1 is going to give me 2. Then from here, I'm going to add straight down and put that answer in the spot down here. So it's a combination of multiplying and then adding straight down. So negative 4 times 2 is going to give me negative 2. From here, I want to do that multiplication. 2 times negative 2, and I'm going to put that answer in this spot over here. So 2 times negative 2 is going to give me negative 4, and then I'm going to add straight down. 7 minus 3. 7 minus 4 is going to give me 3. Last one I have to do is going to be 2 times 3, and I'm going to put that answer over here. So 2 times 3 is going to give me 6. Last one I'm going to add straight down, which will give me 5. The last step I have to do is put back my variable. It's always going to be 1 degree lower than what I started with when I have to put my x's back in. So because I had an x cubed, my answer is going to start with an x squared. So I'm going to have my answer is 1x squared minus 2x plus 3. And this last term is 5. This last term is always going to be my remainder. So in this case, I have a remainder of 5, which I'm going to write as 5 over x minus 2. And that's how we solve by using synthetic division.